to put it into layman's terms, it was a shit show.
You are looking live at Stuart International Speedway. Anybody remember Brent Musburger from back in the 70s and 80s? Every time he would open the NFL Today with "You are looking live." So we are back in Stuart. If you remember a few episodes back, in this corner right behind me, we answered the trivia question, what happens when three guys from Malvern go into turn 3 at Stuart? All running the same line. It, yeah, you know, it turned out about like it probably should. You know, I deserved to get booted out of the way, and I got booted out of the way, and yeah. So anyway, we are here for the second time. It is July 1st. Brian, is today July 1st? Oh, today's July 2nd, and so yeah, we are just back doing another night. I love this track. It's a really cool place. Really small. Like I told you last time, lap cars become a really big issue, really fast. So I'm going to do my best to not be a lap car tonight. And so anyway, we'll check in. We'll hopefully have some good in-car camera footage tonight, and we have one little change tonight. I am driving the 199 car that Travis Hatcher has been driving. That is the open late model that Jesse Sabine has been driving at that World of Outlaws show last week. So I am driving that car tonight. That's the 22 Capital car that we purchased from Hunt the Front, and I just want to see what that feels like with that motor package, so I can kind of compare it to my other car with my other motor package. So anyway, we're going to give that a shot, and so we'll check in occasionally throughout the night, and I'll see you after the evening's over with a little wrap up. So talk soon.
Jesse Sabine only 4 points to the good over Tad Pospisil coming in. Then it's Bill Ayton Jr., Justin Zeitner, Josh Leonard. That's your top 5. As we get ready for Group B, Andrew Kosiski out first, followed by the 99 at Jesse Sabine, and the 85 at Josh Leonard. Andrew Kosiski first on the track, the driver out of La Vista, Nebraska, the Kosiski Auto Parts, Certified Transmissions, and brought a drivetrain number 53. And then we got the defending West Series champion, Jesse Sabine out of Malvern, Iowa, the Malvern Bank Dirt Track Bank Canada Racing 99. And Josh Leonard, the 36-year-old out of Gibbon, Nebraska, the Leonard Graphics, Mid-Nebraska Garage, source number 85. First lap for Kosiski is going to be a 12.906. First lap for Sabine, he'll better it at a 12.813. Josh Leonard first lap will be a 12.874. Second lap going for Kosiski, jumps back to second at 12.843. Second lap for Sabine, he'll go with his first at a 12.813. As for Josh Leonard, he'll take back second at a 12.83. So Jesse Sabine the fastest out of the first 3 with a 12.813. Josh Leonard second, Andrew Kosiski third. Scheduled to be on the pole out of Malvern, Iowa. That'll be the J1. That's going to be Jay Burdick. On his outside from Ralston, Nebraska, he'll be driving the 35. That is Cale Kosiski. Once again, 7 cars, 8 laps, top 16 in passing and finishing points. Make it into the A main. We'll see what he can do tonight. We go green here in Ideal Ready Mixed Heat Race number 2. Off we go. It's going to be Cale Kosiski to have the whole shot. Great run there for the Ralston native. He'll lead the way going into turn number 3. Daryl DeFrance and Jay Burdick side by side for the second spot. Lap 1 will go to Kosiski. Jay Burdick going to dial up long distance. Paul Glendenny, 6 to no 33 wide there for third. Here goes Charlie McKenna. McKenna forces the issue. He'll go to the inside of Glendenny. Slide job from Charlton. Charlie McKenna will go to third. Good run there for the Mighty Yield Seafarers 22. Meanwhile, you're going to have a battle for the lead. Jay Burdick going to the outside lane through 3 and 4. Burdick up the track off a turn number 4 at the line. New race leader, Jay Burdick. The banker now in front in the J1 machine as Cale Kaczynski rides back now in position number 2. Dylan Silman looking to the inside of Paul Glendenny. That's for the 4th spot. Can't make the pass off at turn number 4. PG double 3 will maintain 4th as they go through 1 and 2 this time. Meanwhile, Charlie McKenna up to position number 2, and he's going to go after Burdick for the race lead as the laps continue to wind down. Halfway done, 4 down, 4 to go, and right now, actually 3 to go, we'll have the 2 to go signal coming up. Charging Charlie, look at that 10th fade on the outside lane. Here comes McKenna at the line. McKenna, your race leader. Charlie McKenna now, high, wide, and round the outside. Charging Charlie making it happen. He came from dead last to finish 7th last time out here at Stuart. White flag is out. Final trip around the Speedway. Charlie McKenna from deep in the field. He's going to collect a ton of passing points. Charlie McKenna puts on a clinic here in Ideal Ready Mix Heat Race number 2. Jay Burdick is 2nd. Cale Kaczynski is 3rd. Then it's Paul Glendenny, Daryl DeFrance, and Dylan Silman to round out the field.
Come tell us about your heat race, Jay. Give some thoughts here.
Jesse talked to me a lot before that about the steering of this car, and it's just a lot twitchier, and so I was trying to really not move the steering wheel much, you know, and I was trying to drive like I drove Albion earlier in the year, where you got to go in and then you're just really soft on the pedal and just kind of, but I felt like Albion's got wider corners, so you could kind of do that there. Here, you kind of got to get the car turned and go the other direction, so I didn't feel like that was really working. I kind of felt like I was holding people up, but you know, this car has better straightaway speed than my other car, this engine package, so if I could somehow get through the corners faster and come shooting off those corners, like Charlie, when he passed me, he was, you know, he was up in the traction, and I'm just not comfortable being up there. But he just came shooting off the corners, and you know, I followed him. I tried to follow him on the last lap a little bit up there, and yeah, he's just really good at throwing it in, and I'm not really good at throwing it in. But no, it was, I got to, you know, it'll be all right. I've just got to kind of get the pedal under control and get the steering comfortable, and I got to finish in the top 2.
Does everybody know that this is a different car?
I told him in the pre-race. That this is the 199 car. Yes,
okay,
this is the front car. So.
Awesome.
And the problem is, the first one, I mean, you needed to be up on the wheel. If you would have slowed that turning down, you probably would have been in time in.
Well, for as bad as I was in online, or in time trials, I mean, I was always...
that tells me it was what you were doing in the car, because that's when you should have been spinning out. Like, time trials, you should have been wide open, and that, if you were loose, you would have been spinning out. But like time trials, you could just be...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was spinning out in time trials, but in the heat race, without adjusting the car, he was just going right around them.
You got to test your limits, right? You got to test my limits, Jackson. Yeah. How did you do?
Second. Lucky second.
Good.
Yeah.
So what did you time in?
So you're going to start up front then, right?
Second. Yeah, I'm in front of you. Second.
Yeah, I was going to say you finished shittier, so you'll be in front part of the way.
So where's he at? The feature?
Third row in.
You're going in?
I ran 5th last time.
Third row inside from La Vista, Nebraska. It'll be the 53 of Andrew Kaczynski on his outside. The current West Series points leader from Malvern, Iowa. It's the 99 of Jesse Sobbing. And here we go. Our 4th and final Ideal Ready Mix Heat Race goes green here at Stuart International Speedway. Scott Daly trying to make that car as wide as possible. 3 wide as Brett Hobb and Corey Zeitner split him. Hobb way up the hill in turn number 4. Corey Zeitner's going to take lap number 1. Meanwhile, Jesse Sobbing now in a battle with Hobb for 2nd. Jesse Sobbing cruises the bottom to perfection, and the crazy one goes to 2nd. Meanwhile, Andrew Kaczynski rides to the 4th spot as he gets by Scott Daly for that position. position. Kosiski will be fourth as they cross the line. Meanwhile, Derek Stewart back to the outside lane to try to get around Scott Daly for fifth. Down the backstretch they go. Daly going to go up the hill to defend the line. Stewart going to look down low. Can't make the pass there. Meanwhile, Brett Hobb jumps the cushion, tags the wall, and turn number one, Andrew Kosiski is going to make him pay. Kosiski now to the third spot as they go through 3 and 4. Andrew Kosiski up to position number 3. Meanwhile, battle for the lead is on. Jesse Sobbing looking to the inside of Zeitner for the lead. Scott Daly there, a little contact with the outside wall. He'll keep it going, lead stay green. But Corey Zeitner right around the top shelf. Jesse Sobbing around the tractor tires on the inside. 2 to go, signal will be coming down as Corey Zeitner goes down to block the line from Sobbing. 2 more times around the speedway. Corey Zeitner just nice and easy rolling the corners. Zeitner will take it into turn number 3. He'll see the white flag. Quarter of a mile to go for CRZ. Corey Zeitner, already a winner on the East Tour. That was over at Mason City Motor Speedway. Jesse Sobbing, meanwhile, he's won the first 3 rounds on the West Tour. Sobbing's going to look low off at turn number 4, but it's going to be Zeitner to hang on for the 4th and final heat race win. Jesse Sobbing will come home second. Then it's Andrew Kosiski, Derek Stewart, Brett Hobb, Scott Daly, and Michael Trulson. That will be your finishing order.
Well, what's happening right now is Jay is just about ready to go for the B main. I just want to ask Jesse real quick about his heat race and kind of we were just here not too long ago, just a few weeks. So what's the track like tonight versus last time? Is there any difference?
Our time trials, which we were second in, it was a lot more gripped up, and then the heat race was kind of like last time, maybe just a touch more grip on the bottom, pretty good lip on top.
So when you say it's gripped up, that means that there wasn't too much moisture in it.
There was pretty good grip up against the cushion, yeah, and right around the tires. Yes.
So how do you feel? You advanced pretty far in your heat race.
6th to 2nd in the heat. It was pretty good. I was battling with Corey for the win on it. He had the preferred momentum line. We were trying to make the bottom work, but I'm not much of a catfisher, but I tried.
Yeah. Think that the track's going to be pretty similar for the feature tonight as it was a few weeks ago?
Mike keeps it pretty hard. There is a complete track farm scheduled after these races that are up right now. After Jay's Beat feature, there'll be. It says a complete farm session, so I don't know how deep that entails, but he might try to get a little more aggressive with it. I don't know that, I guess.
So the game plan right now is for Jay to get to P2 and the B main, transfer, and then see what they do with the farm session, put the finishing touches on the car, and let it rip. Do you know where you start for the feature?
I believe Jackson Sadoff said I think I was 3rd row inside, which means a lot of guys that made the transfer that run worse than me at McCool. So, I mean, we ran 5th, so we weren't bad, but normally you do that, and you time in good, and you qualify good, you're usually 1st or 2nd row, but that just shows a lot of guys have qualified good tonight. So.
Yeah, cool. All right, well, see you later.
This is going to be tonight's starting lineup for our $3,000 to win A feature. On the pole, it's going to be the 14 of Kyle Berg, and to his outside, the 53 of Andrew Kosiski. Row number 2 will be the 196 of Jackson Sadoff and the 26 junior of Corey Zeitner. Row number 3 will be the 99 of Jesse Sobbing and the 22 of Charlie McKenna. Our provisional starters tonight in row 11, it'll be the J1 of Jay Burdick and the 25 of Brad Perdue. And we are ready to get our quarter-mile smile on for the 2nd time this year. Caution lights go out. Kyle Burke trying to get win number 91 of his career. Andrew Kosiski on the outside. Tonight's Malvern Bank main event is all systems go here at Stewart. Right to work on the bottom. Kyle Burke will swing up and defend the high line from Kosiski. The Marquette Missile will lead it at turn number 3. The first time by field fans out to find grip. Lap number 1 will go to Burke. Andrew Kosiski rides that 2nd spot. Jackson Sadoff, he runs 3rd. Meanwhile, Charlie McKenna goes work to the inside of Corey Zeitner. That's for position number 5. McKenna stays to the low side. Can't make the pass on Zeitner. The Corey Sider will maintain fifth. Jesse Sobbing remains in the fourth spot. Meanwhile, keep your eyes on that 04 Tad Pospisil. He has got a lot of work to do if he wants to make his way towards the front of the field and make this championship battle even tighter. Kyle Burke, he has led the first 3 laps of this one. And they have gone by in the blink of an eye. Kyle Burke up front. Jim Shepard racing engine between the frame rail on the Longhorn chassis by Wells. After missing a majority of the season, Burke is back in full force. And he has run that middle line to perfection. 5 in the books. Meanwhile, here goes Josh Leonard up the crossover on Bill Layton Jr. Good race there. Oh, and Jackson Setoff just about caught the wall in turn number 2. That's going to allow Jesse Sobbing and Charlie McKenna to close it. Trouble for Jay Burdick. And J1 is off the track. He'll take it trackside. We stay green. Jackson Setoff hanging on to the 3rd spot. Meanwhile, Jesse Sobbing, he runs 4th. Charlie McKenna 5th. And now battles on in the tail end of the top 10. Justin Sider and Jason Haney having it out for position. That's for the nice ball. We got trouble in turn 4. J.C. Wyman is sideways in front. Kasiski got a piece of it. And the caution is going to be out for the first time. Caution is out for the first time in this one with 7 in the books. Here we go. Caution lights are out. 23 remain here at Stuart International Speedway. Kyle Burke has been your race-long leader. He'll bring us back up to speed. We're back underway. Good takeoff by the 14. He'll slide up the track. Everyone going to the outside. 3 wide about for the 12th spot. We got trouble with the points leaders around. Jesse Sobbing and Charlie McKenna make contact. And Sobbing goes around at the bottom of turn number 3. Caution is out again. Major point implications there. The 99 of Jesse Sobbing goes around. It's a shame we can't get a screen down here to get an instant replay on that one. I believe that was in the midst of the battle for about the 4th spot. Charlie McKenna and Jesse Sobbing went side by side coming off at turn number 2, and I think they fought for the same piece of real estate, and something had to give. Fortunately for Sobbing, looks like nothing seriously hurt on the 99 from what we could see. Here we go. We'll try it again. Still 23 remain here at Stuart International Speedway. Kyle Burke, your leader. Back underway. Kyle Burke goes back to the outside lane to defend the line from Kasiski. This time Kasiski nails his marks as Charlie McKenna going to the outside for help off at turn number 4. 3 wide as McKenna round the outside. Trying to pass Sider and Setoff. McKenna catches the wall in 1. Back down the low side goes Charging Charlie to the inside of Jackson Setoff. Meanwhile, Corey Sider around the low side. He's got 3rd as they cross the line this time. Here we go. 12 remain here at Stuart. Andrew Kasiski brings us back up to speed. What else is going to happen in this feature? Kasiski beats Sider to the outside line. Corey Sider takes over the 2nd spot. Here goes Kyle Burke to the inside. 3 wide with Jackson Setoff around the low side. Sider will have 2nd as they cross. Setoff stays to the low side. Kyle Burke on top. High, wide, and handsome goes to 14. Meanwhile, Justin Sider back there, position number 5. 10 to go. Andrew Kasiski still showing the way. Will we see our 4th different winner in 6 races here at Stuart? And now Jackson Setoff starting to fade. Justin Sider gets by. Josh Leonard gets by. Bottom lane going away, and Sider throws the slide shot on Burke for the 3rd spot. Kyle Burke going to return the favor to turn number 1. Sider going to cross it back off at turn number 2. Side by side for the 3rd spot. Sider again with the slider in 3 and 4. Burke going to cross it back over at the line. Justin Sider will have 3rd as they cross. Kyle Burke back to the 4th spot. Here comes Josh Leonard right on the backside. Leonard climbs the hill, and he collects Derek Stewart. Big trouble. Charlie McKenna's in it as well, and the caution is out again. Heartbreaker there for Derek Stewart as well.
Oh, look at the 22. It looked like a can opener on the right-hand side, and also Leonard's machine.
And that is a heartbreaker there for Charlie McKenna. Of course, they had the rear end issue here last month. Came from dead last in the field to come home 7th. And Charlie McKenna, he was running around the 10th spot. 8 remain here at Stuart. Back underway we go. Justin Seidner looking for the slider right off the bat. He'll have it off at turn number 2. JZ takes the lead. He capitalized. Here goes Kosinski. Not enough room to make that slider. Seidner now your leader. Justin Seidner now in command after a great restart. Meanwhile, Kyle Burns starting to fade away. Jackson Sanoff and Jason Haney both get by. Haney around the low side through 3 and 4. Here comes Jesse Sobbing back into the mix. The points leader going back around, and now we got more trouble in turn number 4. Charlie McKenna is slow. He'll take it off the track. We stay green. 5 remaining here for Justin Seidner. And how about the run that Josh Leonard has put on with sheet metal flapping in the breeze. He remains in the 4th spot. Oh, and Kyle Burke caught the berm on the exit turn 2. That's going to allow Jesse Sobbing and Bill Layton Jr. to get by. 4 to go this time. Justin Seidner continuing to have it his way at the front of the pack. 3 to go as they cross. Seidner trying to avenge the loss last time here.
Well, full moon fever here at Stuart, night number 2 of 2 this year. Tell us about that feature, because I could not keep up from the infield with everything that was going on out there.
It was a feature on a short track. To put it into layman's terms, it was a shit show.
So you started out okay, but it was really hammered down. Was there anything you could do at that first section of the race, or was it just kind of trying to work the track in and hold your position? What were you trying to do at that time?
I think we were running fourth. Yeah, just kind of holding our own, let the track kind of come in. Just everybody was kind of grooving around there, just below the cushion, kind of letting it run in. We had a restart, and just I guess some guys got impatient. Unfortunately, we went around and we plucked our way back up through, I don't know, a little over half the field, I guess, after going to the tail from going around, and salvaged a decent finish.
Points-wise, you're okay. We were racing Tad Poshpissel for the point lead. He kind of had, I guess, kind of a similar night as far as where he finished. Jay will probably do a wrap-up video. He took a provisional, started at the back, made some laps, just like last time that you guys were in lap traffic almost immediately.
Yes.
And he ended up pulling off, and then from there, there's just a lot of crazy stuff that
A lot of
happened.
carnage. I mean, they farmed the track, which they didn't want it rubbered, so guys just drove over their heads, and everybody's got a lot of body work to do, and that's just the kind of track it was. Some people like that. I have more damage on my car than I've had all year. So.
And you don't physically you don't have a lot of damage. There's some
I got a few body panel bends and nothing that won't flatten right out and look good for the next race, but we'll straighten her out, and we'll be at Harlan the 15th
for the big money.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We really appreciate it, and see you in Harlan. Have a good one.
As you can all see by watching that race, I don't know how much, if we were able to show you from the IMCA TV, but a lot of stuff happened in that feature tonight, and I was not a part of any of it because I pulled in really early. You could just kind of tell when the track's that fast on such a small track like that, there's going to be a lot of things happening, and they tore up a lot of cars. Jesse got involved with a wreck early on and fought back, and I think came home 8th, which was really a great drive, because he was, I think, 20th or 21st at one time. So anyway, hats off to him, and you know, as you can tell by some of the video tonight, you know, he's really trying to coach me up and trying to get me to be more comfortable and to be more aggressive and to drive this race car harder. Like I said in my pre-race comments, this was a different car. This was our open lay model with our open motor with restrictors in it, and so this was the 2022 Capital car that we bought from Hunt the Front, and yeah, I didn't like that car at all. I mean, just the way it drives, it's twitchy, and it's I like my older Capital a lot better. Sorry, I'm gonna try to not make this bounce so much, but so, I just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go with this whole thing. It's very demoralizing. You just kind of get to the point where it's just like, why do I even, why are we wasting our time trying to get me faster? Maybe we should just, focus our energy on Jesse's car and try to maybe explore this open race car thing a little bit more. So, but we'll see. I don't know. I really want to go to that Zeitner race in Harlan on July 15th. That's a big deal for our series. Like I said, it's $7,600 to win, $760 to start. So that's a big deal, and we need to support the Zeitners because they're spending a lot of money on that race to put that on. So hopefully you can all come out and watch. I promise I'm going to be there. I'm going to have a car. I don't know what car. I will not drive the car I drove tonight again unless I have my own seat in it. I was very uncomfortable tonight. My neck is killing me. My back is killing me. I need my own seat. So if I do race that car again, we're going to switch seats. Otherwise, I don't know. I might go back to my other car and have Travis Hatcher race the car I drove tonight at Harlan. I don't know. I'll just kind of see what happens. But anyway, we're gonna keep pushing on, and I'm gonna just continue to try to figure this out. And I've been watching a lot of in-car videos, trying to get a better understanding of corner entry and passing people and racing in traffic and things like that. My heat race tonight was fine, but I started on the front row, so it's not that difficult to stay up front on a dry track. So so anyway, we'll keep on going on with this thing, and thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on July 15th at Malvern. Take care.